Hey kids and families, and welcome to Snacky Time Live. I'm Jackie, and I'm here for Harvest Kids, and we have 3 delicious, amazing snacks for you to make all together with your family. Yeah, and they're really easy. So why don't we get started? So as you can see, everything is pink and hearts because Valentine's Day is coming up. And we can celebrate Valentine's Day all the time because God loves us, and so we can love everyone else, right? Okay, so I have a cool little menu here that shows everything that we're going to make tonight. We have popcorn with chocolate and candies. We have a fruit and marshmallow skewer that we're going to drizzle chocolate over. And we also have a strawberry ice cream float. Doesn't that sound delicious? Sounds good to me. So why don't we get started? Okay, so what I have here in my little kitchen setup is I have a burner with some chocolate that's melting. Now, you guys don't have to do this. This is called a double boiler. You have a pan with a little water underneath, and then you melt your chocolate in a bowl like this. See that? I have my pink candy melts that are melted here. But you can just do it in the microwave according to the directions. And of course, if you're going to use the microwave, don't use a metal bowl. Just a little tip. You'll see sparks fly. Okay, so I've got the pink chocolate, and I have already melted, for the sake of time, my dark chocolate. I used a mix of dark chocolate chips and milk chocolate chips because I really like both flavors, but use whatever you have on hand. Now here I have a cookie sheet, and I have lined it with parchment paper. That helps things not to stick to the pan. So this popcorn I have here, already popped, makes it so much easier. But hey, maybe you have a popcorn popper at home and you want to make your own. Great, go for it. I would just recommend getting a plain salted popcorn. Don't go for like cheddar, although maybe that would be good. Cheddar and chocolate, sweet and salty. I don't know, maybe it's your thing, maybe not. I have organic salted popcorn right here on my sheet, and you don't want to have it too thick because we want the chocolate to cover a lot of the popcorn. So you guys think that we should get started on our first recipe? I think so. Okay, so popcorn's here. Now, I forgot to tell you, I have a few other things for this first recipe. I have some really fun sprinkles here. At the grocery store right now, they have lots of cute sprinkles for Valentine's Day. Now, of course, if pink and red are not your thing, that's okay. Pick whatever colors you like. And then also, I have this little ramekin full of red candies. I actually went through an M&M bag and picked out all the red M&Ms. I went through Skittles bag, picked out all the red Skittles, and then I have Swedish Fish, which are kind of giant, and I have Red Hots if you guys like something spicy. But pick whatever red colored candies you like, or you can use pink, or whatever color you like. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is check my chocolate. And I'm going to stir it because I want it to be very drippy. Be careful that you don't burn your chocolate. When you're doing it in the microwave, just follow the directions. You do it like for 30 seconds at a time. If you do it longer than that, you might burn it. And we don't want to burn our chocolate. It's too precious. Okay, so I'm stirring, getting it all ready. I'm going to actually set that aside for a second because it's really hot. And I'm going to go with the chocolate first. Okay, and it's always very helpful to have colorful cooking tools. This is my favorite mini spatula. I try to use it for everything. Okay, so I'm getting my chocolate ready, and I'm going to drizzle. Now, this does not take a lot of skill. I am just letting it drip over the popcorn as it wants to. Just like that. And you might be thinking, Miss Jackie, that is not enough chocolate. And I agree. We're going to keep putting some more on. Just like this. Now, this is very fun to make ahead of time. Maybe like an hour before you want to serve it. And then you can break it up into pieces because the chocolate hardens over the popcorn. There we go. Look how amazing this is looking. All right. Okay, I think that looks good. Kind of looks like zebra popcorn, right? Have you guys ever had zebra popcorn? All right. Awesome. That was easy and fun, right? Okay, now let's do the white chocolate, or the pink chocolate, I should say. This one I don't think is gonna spread as easy. That's okay. We have big globs of chocolate. If you guys go to Michael's or Joann's, you can find the candy melts in all different colors. It's hard to dye regular white chocolate with food dye because sometimes it makes the chocolate seize up. Here we go. All right. Now don't get rid of that dark chocolate that we used earlier because we're going to use that again in our second recipe. Are you guys liking this so far? Make sure that you comment as I'm cooking here. I want to hear what you guys have to say, or if you have any questions or any comments. You know, you guys might have a way to improve these recipes. I know that a lot of you guys cook at home with your parents. So now that our chocolate is on the popcorn and it's still wet, this is very key, you can't let it dry. Now we're going to put the sprinkles and the candy on top. So I'm going to start with the candy. And we're just going to sprinkle it on. Look how fun this is. Beautiful colors. All right. And let's just do a few little fish. Ah. Da, da, da. All right. Now, sprinkles. I have these really cool pink sugar sprinkles. And those stand out really nice. And then I have nonpareils. That is a really long, strange word for just these tiny circle sprinkles that I love so much. They're kind of crunchy, so if your teeth are sensitive, maybe don't buy those. Okay, and then I have these big pink sprinkles. Whoa. All right. Guess what, guys? We made our first snack. Ta-da! Is that a round of applause I hear? Good job, guys. Okay, so what we want to do, though, the chocolate is really wet and gloopy. Is that a word, gloopy? I think it's a word. I'm going to set this aside and let the chocolate set. That's what chocolate does when it goes from being all gloopy to hard again. So we'll set that aside and get ready for our next snack. All right. So I'm going to set this down here. So as you can see on our menu, our next set is Cocoa Berry Mallow Pops. Yeah. Okay, so I have this beautiful tray, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, and of course, big fluffy marshmallows. And then we have the chocolate that we've already melted, ready to go. I'm going to actually let that get a little warm again. And I have, oops, got chocolate everywhere. I have these really cool lollipop sticks. These you can also find at Michael's or Joann's. I really like these, but hey, maybe you don't have these at home and you want to use a skewer. Maybe you can have mom or dad cut off the sharp, pointy end of the skewer. Don't try to do it yourself, but that would work too. Maybe a popsicle stick as well. I don't think you could put the berries on the popsicle stick, just the strawberry. But anyway, so I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So we have this, and I'm going to put on, let's start with a marshmallow. So I'm going to pierce the marshmallow through, and you want to leave enough room for your hand to hold it. It's like a little handle. So let's do a marshmallow. Let's do a raspberry. Be very gentle with the smaller berries because they can squish really easily, which might be fun, but it would be messy. Okay, and then we have that, and let's get a little smaller strawberry here. And let's finish that off. Be gentle, be gentle. Ah, there we go. And you know what? Just for good measure, let's finish it off with another marshmallow. Okay, let's make one more of those. Let's make a couple and have these here. And you can do all different patterns of your fruit. So let's push that on. Do you guys like fruit? I do too, especially when it's chocolate covered. You can be like, look, Mom, it's healthy. It's fruit. You're eating the rainbow. That's very important to grow big and strong. Eat lots of different colors. All right, I'm doing this one with 2 marshmallows on the bottom. Aren't these so fun? Okay, one more, and then I'll show you what's next. So make sure, if you guys are following along with me, that you are posting your pictures on our Instagram. We have an Instagram at Harvest Kids Live. You can go there and your parents can post a picture or story of what you're making at home and make sure you tag us so we can see it. Because I really want to see what you guys are making at home. I know a lot of you are super good cooks. There we go. Okay, awesome. So we'll have these 3 here. We have our little skewers. They actually look really good as is, but, you know, let's do some chocolate here. So I'm going to get a little bowl because I want to plate it on here. And I have my little melted chocolate, which I'm going to set aside. It's handy to keep some paper towels around to wipe that chocolate off your fingers. I would lick my fingers, by the way, but I'm going to share these with my friends, and I don't think they would appreciate that. So maybe if I was just cooking for myself. Okay, so let's grab, ooh. Do you guys like my spoons? They're colorful, rainbow, iridescent spoons my mother-in-law gave me. I love them so much. Okay, so I'm going to see if you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to use my bowl as like a little drip catcher. And I'm going to take a spoonful of my melty chocolate. See this? And I'm going to drizzle it and spin the skewer at the same time. Now, you could just dip this right in, but that might be a lot of chocolate because this skewer is kind of big. All right, let's do that again. See this? Whoa. And just spin it, spin it, spin it. You are your own candy making factory. Look at that. Ah. And for good measure, sprinkles. You guessed it. Okay, so I have these like sugary ones. I'm going to put those on here because they're going to sparkle. Whoa. You guys, that looks so good. I'm going to set this aside. Now you can obviously make as many of these as you want, and these are great to make ahead of time, and you can keep them in the fridge. And if you're going to have a little party, these are such a great little option for a snack, a kind of healthy snack, kind of, sort of. Mom, does this pass as healthy? I am eating berries. And a marshmallow is like eating a cloud, really, right? Okay, so let's drizzle, 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 drizzle. And look, obviously you do not have to be a perfect chocolate drizzler because I certainly am not. But if you want to take time to be a perfectionist, you can. But I think they kind of look cool. They're like abstract art. Do you guys like art? Did you know that that food is an art? Yeah, some people make art with crayons or paint or things like that, but I like to make art with food. And it makes people happy. Okay, so now we're going to do pink sprinkles, just because why not? Alrighty. And I'll just do one more really super fast so you guys get the idea, which I'm sure you already have the idea here. And if you don't like dark chocolate and you prefer milk chocolate or white chocolate, go for it. Let's see here. Alrighty. Does that look good to you guys? Now, just like the popcorn, the chocolate on this has to set. So I'm just going to sprinkle this here and set it aside. Look how fun. I am very excited about these. Now, you can pop these in the refrigerator. That actually would probably be better if you are on a time crunch because that would make the chocolate harden quicker. All right, you guys, we just did snack number 2. How easy was that? Really, none of this is too difficult at all and is very fun to do with your friends or your family. I did get chocolate on myself. Make sure you wear something that you don't love when you're cooking because you might get chocolate on yourself. Okay, but I don't really mind. So moving on to our final project, I'm going to clean my counter just a little bit. A very important chef tip. Don't have too much stuff on the counter because guess what? You're going to knock something off the counter probably. So very wise to keep your workspace clean. Now I'm going to move my pan of water here. I don't need that anymore. And I'm going to give my hands a quick rinse. All right. And let me dry them. And now let's make our strawberry float. I'm the most excited about this recipe. Okay, so in the recipe, you can use a blender. Or if you want, you can smash the strawberries yourself. So we're actually going to make our own strawberry soda. Doesn't that sound fun? Kind of like a healthier version and more fun because it has real strawberries in it. And we have ice cream and it's going to be awesome. Okay, so what you need is a little bowl for smashing. Maybe you don't want to use a ceramic bowl. Maybe a metal bowl would be better for you. But we're going to take some sugar. I have like a 1/4 cup of sugar here, and I'm going to put it in my bowl. Then I have about 1.5 cups of strawberries here that we're going to smash, but I am going to set aside a few big ones here. Okay, and I'm going to put them in the bowl. And I'm going to take the bottom of my ramekin. Again, use something that your mom would approve of for you to smash things. And I'm going to smash the strawberries in the sugar. Now, this takes a little bit of muscle. So maybe this is where mom or dad step in to help. But we're making our own strawberry puree. All right. I like having the real hunks of strawberries in the soda. Do you guys like strawberry ice cream? I like strawberry ice cream. And hey, if you're allergic to strawberries, hey, you could use raspberries, or you can use blackberries, or you can use blueberries. It won't be red, but that's okay. Use whatever you guys like and what suits you. So this is kind of a task here. If I were you at home, I would use the back of a wooden spoon, or if you have a potato masher, it kind of looks like this. Ooh, I would use that to smash these strawberries and mix it in with the sugar. All right. See this? It's a little messy, but we have a chunky strawberry puree. And I'm going to set this in the sink, rinse my hands, and show you what we've made. Whoops. There we go. Okay, here is our strawberry mixture here. Let me grab one more of my fun spoons. And I want to mix it up and add a teeny bit of vanilla. Ooh, that's always my favorite secret ingredient. Vanilla extract is the best. Are you guys having fun? I hope so. Please let us know. Okay, so here we go. I've got the strawberries here, the smashed strawberries, and I'm going to grab 2 cups because I want to share with my friend. And I'm going to layer my strawberry mixture into the cup. Look at that. Do you guys think that looks yummy? Maybe you're like, ew, I'm not into the strawberry fruit there. That's okay. You could always get strawberry soda if you'd like. I just thought it would be fun for us to make our own. All right, now I'm going to pour the rest of the liquid in. I'm going to pour this liquid in here. Set this aside. Okay. And why don't I move this over so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so here are 2 cups, and let me get the sparkling water. Do you guys love sparkling water? It feels so fizzy and palate cleansing. That's a very fancy phrase. If you want to say something fancy, just ask for a palate cleanser. It gets you ready for the next meal. Okay, so I'm very, very, very carefully pouring the sparkling liquid here because I don't know about you guys, but I tend to make a mess. Ask my mom. I am a little bit messy. Okay, see all those bubbles? Look how delicious that looks. All right. So now, obviously, we want to put ice cream in this. You can't have a float without ice cream, so I'm not going to fill it to the top because I want a lot of room for ice cream. So you could do strawberry ice cream if you like and just make this like a complete strawberry fest, but we're going to do vanilla. All right, so I have my vanilla ice cream that I've had sitting for a little while, so it's nice and soft. Perfect. I got vanilla bean because it's so good. I like seeing the flecks of vanilla. What's your favorite ice cream? Let us know in the comments. Ready, steady. Make sure that you're very careful when you put in the ice cream because it could plop and fly up in your face. I have had that happen before. All these tips I have for you guys is from learning from things that I have done. Okay, so we're going to get a little more ice cream in there. All right, I think that's a mom-approved amount of ice cream. And let's get a little here. The most important love is, it's God's love. Do you know that the Bible tells us that we can love because he first loved us? Yeah, there's nothing that we can do to earn God's love. He just automatically loves us. And even though Valentine's Day is very fun to celebrate, we can celebrate God's love every single day. And you know what he wants us to do? He wants us to go out and share that love with the world. Yeah, he wants us to treat people the way, with all the love that Jesus treated people. And sometimes that's with food, right? One of my favorite ways to show people I love them is by making them delicious, yummy food. So why don't you guys do that too for your family and friends? Why don't we revisit our recipes real quick here? This is our strawberry float, our chocolate berry marshmallow skewers, and our delicious, lovely popcorn. Okay, I'm going to take a bite. Look at it. See how it all sticks together when the chocolate starts to harden? Are you ready? Ready for the crunch? 1, 2, 3. I wanted to make sure you guys could hear that. Was there chocolate on my face? I'll see you guys later.